and such.
We will reshare the image.
That'd be good, because I didn't see it.
So the distance they were at, like they're on the edge of the horizon. You're pretty much just seeing like the silhouettes. You can make out flags, but no identifying marks at that distance.
Okay.
That is an interesting image.
Guess we'll just head on in that direction.
I'm just going to be aware that they might not be friendly and just prepare myself for the fact that I could get into a fight and be very happy.
Okay.
How do you know
Also,
they aren't friendly?
is Caligar on with me?
Yeah, I'm sitting
Yeah.
behind you.
Okay, just wanted to double
Did we
check because I
have-
wasn't here.
Do we have a long
I'm
rest
s-
between now and then as we're traveling? I'm just checking if I got that 5th level back or not.
You were going to like you've noticed the nights at like sunset, and it got to the point like just before you started losing that visual acuity out at the distance. You're seeing them against the silhouette against the skyline, and then the sun sets, and then you guys are about like a day's journey now away from the Oasis.
Roger.
So it's dusk, basically.
Yeah.
And these guys are somewhere off in the distance.
Mhm.
All right, Tobias will say to the group, all right, I can throw up the house, but I think we should keep watch.
Can they get in when the house is up, or
They can bring the house down without too much effort.
Oh.
And I can bring the house back the next day, but I'm just saying the house is just a house of cards, you know? They hit it enough and the thing's coming down.
tonight? Can I have an actual room?
Sure. I'll put on the first floor, back right, 10 by 10. Was it 10? How big is this?
It's like
I'll
a
give
40
40 by
cubic
40.
foot. Yeah.
I'll give Othira a 15 by 15 room, back right, first floor. The rest is common area and then room for the camels and horse, and then stairs up, 4 rooms up top.
Thank you.
But I'll put a window in each of the rooms upstairs, each facing each way. I'll put the door facing away from where the knights were, and then I'll say I think we should keep watch.
Okay.
I think
I'm fine with that.
That'd be a smart idea.
Can you make a roof where we
Yeah,
can
oh,
like a parapet type roof where we can stand, keep watch, have a visual of the all the way around?
yeah, I'm gonna try and make the stairs keep going up to a kind of a hatch. No, I can't do that. Nope, can't do that.
Could it just be an opening? Or
No. No, I get 4 windows. I get 4 windows and a door. That's all I get.
well, switch out one of the windows facing the door side to a hatch up top. Or
All right,
just an
I'll do
opening
that.
up top. Yeah.
That's a good idea. So the door side doesn't have a window, and it's just a hatch up to the roof, and the stairs keep going up. And I throw up the house of cards.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take a nap.
Okay, so Othira, give
am I waking up?
me.
Whatever you want.
Cardinal. You want a perception?
Yeah.
Man, I should not be the one on watch. I have a +0,
feel-
guys.
Okay. Well, don't feel bad.
That's
I
why I
only have a
gave you
+2.
first.
Yep. Unless it's blaringly obvious, I don't fucking see it. Or I just don't care. It's one of the two.
Okay.
I feel
So
like I've
yeah,
had
you
this
take your
conversation before.
probably. You take your post on top of the building, and your watch, like it's just as like night's really settling in. And it seems like it's darker than usual. But from your perspective, nothing really happens. You're fairly certain that you're okay for that little bit.
The carriage. Wow. The House of
Cards?
Cards. The cards. Yeah, I just went a little bit Nova Scotian there. The House of Cards does not come toppling down on my watch.
No.
Correct?
So, yeah, no, you're good.
Okay. Before I wake up Cardinal, I'm gonna open the door and just peek out the very front. Just to make sure.
I don't think
there's
you can
nobody-
open the door.
You
I think the
can't
only one
open
that
the
can
door.
open it is
Oh.
Tobias.
Yeah.
Never mind. I go wake up Cardinal and then I go to bed. I did not see anything, but it is much darker than it normally is. I think.
Well, it is a desert. There's no ambient light. Alright, get some sleep.
Mm-hmm. You know what I need? I need a hellhound.
Okay,
I believe it's
Cardinal.
Pussy.
Perception.
Not my best. 13.
Beats my 7.
You get a feel like while you're standing watch, you're keeping an eye out, but there's part of you that's like you're a little distracted. You're getting that a clear view of like the stars in the sky that so far in your journeys you haven't really had that opportunity. There's been some kind of cloud cover that's kind of blocked everything, but just the sheer blackness of the desert, and the clear skies, it's kind of like awe-inspiring. But again,
That's
your
fair.
watch passes without incident.
I wake up and head down. I'm assuming 4 hours of watch have passed by, and I'm gonna wake up Alder.
Morning, Cardinal.
Not yet, it isn't. Not yet.
Anybody prowling outside?
As far as I've seen.
So that's option 1 for accent. Can we hear option 2?
Nope. It was a game time decision, and I went with the deep, gravelly voice.
Let's fucking go.
With the chain smoker.
That was the first thing I thought of. It's just a smoker.
The hard part's I gotta be charismatic with that voice.
I mean, there are some charismatic, deep, growly the male voices out there. You could do some book talk deep research.
Oh, okay. I will.
Amber, I love that you know what book talk is. I love that.
Dude, I cost Amazon money every month.
Oh, bless.
If you read a certain amount of books on Amazon Prime, you cost them money, and I probably cost them a fucking fortune. Yeah.
Slay.
Alright, DM. Want me to make a perception check?
I want you to
See,
make
there you
2.
go. Charismatic.
It's a good thing I can't roll below a 10. First one's an 18.
Okay, roll your second.
It's still an 18.
Okay. So the first couple hours of your watch, there's an eerie silence to the desert. You're like you've been traveling long enough, but you're still used to your life in the woods where there's always that background hum of activity of insects and creatures and like wind moving through branches and leaves. Like this is just like you can feel the wind, you can hear the wind, but it's lifeless. It's disconcerting to you at best. But your first half of the watch passes no issue, and you kind of let your mind wander a bit, and dawn starts to creep up over the horizon. Nothing happens in your second watch.
I'm gonna take some time and enjoy the peace and quiet.
I
Okay.
wake up at first light. Actually, I wake up slightly before first light.
Okay.
Just as a note, he's not going to have peace and quiet for very long. Actually,
So you
I'm
don't
not
take
going to
your
really say
long rest
anything
if you
to
need
him,
it.
but long rest for me. That
Morning,
cat
Othira.
almost got me. Morning. Aldor? Is it Aldor?
Alder. Alder.
Alder?
Alder.
Alder?
Like the tree.
So, we've been traveling together for a few weeks now. What is my impression of your character? Well, kind of tell me about your character a little bit so I can tell you my impression of your character.
Doesn't talk a lot unless there needs to be some talking, and when there is, he can be very charismatic. But most of the time, he's just quiet, kind of shifty, always, like, tactically assessing everything around him.
Mm-hmm. And you fight well?
I would say he fights well. I honestly don't know because I haven't played the character yet, but
Yeah. But, like, theoretically speaking, he would fight well.
yeah. You've probably seen, so he either dual wields blades or he dual wields psychic blades that he throws from a distance. But when he gets up and close and personal, he kind of has a way of moving in, hitting somebody right in a weak spot, and then bouncing back out. He doesn't tend to stay directly engaged with people as he fights. He kind of more moves through quickly.
So Othira probably actually likes, well, not likes, but decently likes, as far as she can
Respects?
like. Yeah, as close to that as she can get. The entire party. So that's odd. Oh no. Okay. Then, I would probably, probably do some, fighter warm-up shit outside where it's starting to warm up.
Once Tobias opens the door.
Fuck! God damn it.
I just have it in my head that like Tobias is a heavy sleeper right now, and he's just like, I ain't getting up for anything.
Well, see, Tobias needs to get up soon. Well, I would just do it in the middle of the open common area then.
Roll a d20 for me.
Fuck Tobias.
Dorg
Trying
and
to see
Tobias.
if she hits one of the cards.
That's an 8.
So
gonna
one
have
of
to
your
change my dice.
swings grazes like
Okay.
the top, like the ceiling.
Mhm.
Because you're used to doing these exercises outside or in an area where we've got plenty of space, and like it's the
Either that or I do it on
this
purpose so that it, like, makes,
kind of shakes a bit.
like, a vibe. Yeah. Be like, Tobias, hurry up.
But the house is standing.
Tobias feels the house get hit and then wakes up begrudgingly. Comes down and we go, are we under attack? What's happening? Oh, it's Othira again. And I go and I open the door.
This is what happens when you sleep in. You should
Hey,
know
why
this
wouldn't
by now.
you?
She's like a puppy that you have to let out.
I didn't want to say anything.
I mean, at this point, you probably also like have hit it where one time you probably didn't let me out early enough, and then I just took the fucking thing down.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Okay,
canonically
so yeah,
speaking.
you guys all get up, do your morning stuff, do your exercises and stretches and bits of training, and then I take it you're heading out.
Out and about.
Oot and a boot.
Oot and a boot.
Oot
Oh,
and a
fuck
boot.
you. We're all gonna do that now. Oot and a boot.
Oot and a boot.
Head on down to the Dunkaroos.
Well, once everyone's out and the camels are out, I hold up my hand, and the house of cards kind of does that fan of cards right back into it. I pocket it.
He's a little ostentatious for a dark elf.
Why wouldn't I be? So I assume we
Okay.
can't see the knights staring right into the sun.
No, well, you also like when you set up the House of Cards, it was more like one of the valleys between dunes. So you don't really have like the house would have given you enough of a height advantage to be able to see over that. But just walking out the front door, your vision's pretty obscured.
Right, let's head to the Oasis. Now, are the camels still giving Caligar side eye?
I think it's gone far past side eye, but they still don't like him clearly.
I'm gonna go up to Caligar
giving-
and just say, "What did you do?"
To them, nothing.
Are you sure?
It's this purple spell that I have now. That's the issue. I just don't know what it is.
Are you gonna need a bath at the Oasis?
I mean, not a bad
Somehow
idea.
Somehow I don't think that'll help.
It would help when you're sitting behind me.
All right, I guess let's head to the Oasis.
Okay. So you're spending most of your traveling, but say for probably about the first half of the day, you don't see anything on the horizon or anything like that. You do notice like starting to see the trees of the oasis moving towards you, and on the wind you're feeling or like you're picking up that smell of like water that's not salt water from the sea, mixed in with bit of decay, but also sweet smelling flower and pollens in the air, and you can tell you're getting closer.
So fresh
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Stop it. Whatever.
water that's
Hey.
not salt water.
I mean, if you're doing a
description,
descriptive of that, we had been only smelling salt water. It is very important to note it is not salt water.
well, you have been oceanside for so long, and the water might not be in the best of quality either. You don't know until you get there.
Mhm.
But you are smelling water that does not have the salt in it.
Stale water. Gotcha.
Just And a comet falls from the sky and crushes Cardinal. Oh, look at that. We need a new character.
Hydrate.
This is gonna be bad.
At least we don't have a jump scare one.
Okay, I'll get you guys all to roll a perception for me.
And these dice are just as bad.
Don't blame your dice. Blame your skills.
Fucking shots fired.
Shade.
Glad it wasn't at me this time.
Look at 8 again.
Change your
And a
dice
1. I did. There we go. Okay, it's not as bad.
But now you wasted that 18. Good job.
Bad
Well,
juju.
whatever. It wasn't a nat 20,
Okay. Ba, 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 ba.
but I don't like the dice.
So at about just past noon, as you're traveling, you do hear sound of horses ahead of you. And as you come over, you crest the dune. Again, you see those 5 knights standing in a line, top of a dune. This time they are closer. What you're able to make out of that distance for Cardinal, Alder, and Calgar is the knights themselves. They don't really stand out, but the horses seem to be draped in these long flowing, I don't even know what you would call it, essentially tabards for a
Livery.
horse. Yeah, livery,
Livery.
whatever. Yeah. Again, you can't quite make out any identifying marks, but there's that cloth kind of moving in the breeze. And they seem to be moving with you. If you try to move off to the south, they kind of like move as if they're keeping an eye on you as well.
And you said they're how far away?
I don't have a distance for you. They're far.
Okay.
they're between you and the Oasis.
And I don't see them. Okay.
Just curious, what's the weather supposed to be like for the next 24 hours?
It's gonna be hot.
There's no, like, dust storm or anything, though, when I cast Druidcraft, right? No Habibi? Habib? What are they called? Haboob? There's a word
Haboob.
for them. I think it's Haboob.
It's a boob.
It's definitely not Habibi.
No,
Pretty
no,
sure it's a boob.
nothing like that's coming up for you.
Okay.
It's called a haboob, yes. Not a habibi. Habibi just means darling or something.
Listen, I'm trying to remember. You know how much random shit's in this head? I guess we just keep approaching towards the Oasis if they're gonna keep following us. Nothing wrong with
If
it.
Who's
Just making
keep
it a straight
following us?
line.
Could I do like a history check and see if I know like what type of these guys
Quest
are?
accepted.
Like me as a person wants to say they're Bretonian, but it's just me as a person.
Roll a history.
Thank you, quest accepted for the raid. We appreciate you guys.
Hey, welcome on in. We're trying to figure out how to play with Alder because he's brand new, but apparently we've known him for the entire campaign.
That's what happens.
What
when
is
you
your
change
history
fate.
bonus? It rolled the dice but didn't. Oh, there it is.
22. Holy fuck.
Hey, I'm only good at like 3 things: Arcana, history, and investigation.
You have a feeling that they might be Bretonian, but you've never heard of Bretonians venturing this far south. It's also not uncommon that knights, maybe somewhere else in the world, kind of dress their horses in the same fashion. You'd have to get a closer look to really solidify that identification for you.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys just keep making straight line for the Oasis. And as, let's say you get within probably within like the last mile to the Oasis, you notice a change in those knights. Like every time you crest a dune, they're always there and they're just kind of persistent. But as you get within that last mile, you crest the dune and you watch as their line just kind of like breaks off and they all just head down. It's kind of like falling behind that final dune before you get to the Oasis itself. And you have a feeling they're going to be waiting for you.
Get the
Did
feeling.
you guys see who they were?
Get the feeling we're
I
gonna
can-
get a chance to find out here soon.
I'm gonna unsling my not unsling, but like have my great axe kind of ready, primed.
Well, knights
Just
come
like
from the Empire, right?
Shoulder.
Knights
They're
come
probably
from
here to help. Oh. I don't think there are any dark elf knights, though.
That's
Depends on your
because you all are
definition of
too
knight.
concerned with killing each other. Being uncivilized because Daddy Malacath didn't win the war for the Phoenix King.
Tobias just laughs at that.
Okay, so I'll let you guys kind of place yourselves how you want to be lined up coming towards these line of knights. You come over that final dune and pretty much just line abreast in front of the edge of the Oasis. The knights are sitting there waiting.
I mean, Caligar is on my horse, so have fun.
Why the fuck is
You're
that
behind
banner
me.
so huge? As a
So then
character
it's-
token.
I don't know.
Why is
I think it's so
Othira
that
huge?
it's-
Because she's on top of a large creature, and this way she doesn't have to like move herself around on top of the horse. She is as big as the horse. Yeah.
And
Was
I
it
don't
brand
plan
new?
on getting off, so
I think I'd like to go ahead and pop out my free use of my cannon. Because I don't know about these guys.
Are you staying on Gourmet?
For the moment, because Gorman's still faster than I am. So I just like to bring in a ballista version.
Go ahead and summon it.
I don't know if I know how to yell in this voice.
I can.
Well, now that we're closer, do we see what kind of armor they're wearing? If it's any certain nations?
Roll a perception for me.
At the 12.
The sun, like the glare of the sun coming off the sand, it's still kind of blinding for you. You're able to make out there are 5 knights. That's about it.
I mean, can I ride to the front? And I'm going to call to them. Doop doop. What is your business here, and why are you blocking us from the Oasis?
As you step forward in unison, they all start their horses walking towards you.
Are you going to try and stop us? Or are you going to just... What are you trying to do? Because I have no qualms about anything.
Roll a persuasion. Actually, you know what? Flat charisma. Give me a flat charisma.
You want me to do a charisma? Just ability check?
Yep.
Fuck my dice.
As you keep questioning, the horses are picking up speed.
I draw my weapon.
The knight in the middle kind of raises his lance and shouts, oh fuck, where'd I put it?
He shouts, "Oh fuck, where'd I put it?" Oh man.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Well, I put it in your mom last night, so.
Oh, god damn it.
Wrong character. You're only allowed one horny character, you've already claimed that. So he raises his lance, he shouts, L'honneur ou la mort, and as he kicks his spurs into the horse, the remaining 4 knights all yell in unison, pour la dame, and they charge.
Okay, well, what language is that? Do I recognize?
None of you speak it.
Okay, I draw. Well, I don't draw. I, use my weapon. Tobias, are we within 30 feet of you? Where are you?
You can pull the cannon out of the initiative tracker.
Oh my god.
Just Othira and
Caligar?
Caligar are.
Well, why'd you have to be so
Awesome.
far away? Rude. 35 feet, the audacity.
So then I have advantage?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're in 30 feet, you got advantage.
There we go.
I didn't
17
like
minus 2 is 15.
I got a 28. Does anybody want to swap with me?
Yes.
I will swap my initiative with Othira.
Fuck yeah, I would love to swap initiative with you.
I have a +9 to initiative.
Nice.
So this
Othira
guy is the...
15.
No, I'm a 20-something.
No, your initiative right
Oh.
now is 15. Yes?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
And Alder is
Sorry.
28.
My carousel's really slow. Oh.
There's 2 cardinals? Nice.
My founder's being a little bit weird. I don't know.
You get 2 you get 2 turns in 1 round though. That's pretty cool. That's a new
Action Surge Ultra!
It's called Godly Surge. It's a new cleric ability.
It's called I Have Become God.
You've heard of Bruce Almighty. This is Cardinal Almighty.
And of course, I had to make this complicated for myself.
Pretty feet. How far away is this dude? "95 feet. Mm-mm. So,
Okay,
question for
Othira
you,
is first.
Donnie. Yeah.
Answer for you.
While mounted, my horse can dash dodge. Those are kind of his actions.
Yes.
Okay, so if he dashes for his movement, that doesn't affect my action?
Correct.
Okay. Awesome sauce. This guy in the center is the main dude.
It seems to be.
He's the one that did the initial.
Yep.
Ta-da! Okay. So, I want to. Let's see what 60 feet brings us. Oh, can't take this action as the game is paused. Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Oh, no, I don't want to get that close. Oh, no, I do want to get. I want to go here. Okay. So I'm gonna go there. And held action, if I have 2 attacks on a held action, I get both attacks, right?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to oh no, go away. Stop it. I'm going to place a seal on the center guy. Doop. And then I'm going to hold my action that when one of them, ideally the center guy, but when one of them comes within range, I'm going to attack them twice.
Okay.
Good? Oh, fuck yeah. Enter. Also, Caligar is up here with me.
Oh, Shirley looks so tiny.
I actually made her fit into her square.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Oh,
gonna
that's right.
come running forward.
She. Oh,
Does Elder speak Draconic?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah?
he knows the same languages that Ezekiel had.
Plus Elvish.
Right. Makes sense.
I'm still so disappointed that she didn't happen to get hit by that time spell and age her forward a few decades. Damn, that would have
She's gonna hold her action to bite whatever gets within range of her. Tobias.
Now I'm assuming we're on camels, right? Would it take an action to move the camel?
No, the camel would move with you.
Okay, and how far can the camels move?
And the
Why not
camel
think
can
about-
dash for their
Well,
action.
I don't have mounted combatant, so I don't think I can do.
Oh, that's
too
just
much
mounted.
damage.
Mounted combatant takes the combat rules and just elevates them. So if you're all mounted on camels, camels can move 50. Just for simplicity's sake here.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna move back 40, assuming this is the top of a dune or something over here.
It doesn't really give you much like of a height advantage. You maybe go up like 3 or 5 feet. As you're getting closer to the Oasis, the dunes really started to like peter out.
All right, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop off the camel, assuming that doesn't cost an action. I'm just jumping off of it.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll be
gonna
good
move
there.
just a little bit off the camel, just so I'm not right next to it. Then I'm going to take my regular longbow. And I'm going to first shoot for the bottom knight's horse. Not the knight, but the horse.
So you're going to shoot the knight.
Why can't... Can I separate the knight and the horse?
They are all mounted combatants, and any attacks that go at the horses are directed at the knights.
Okay. All right, then I'm
D&D
shooting
rules.
then I'm shooting the bottom knight anyway.
Okay.
With my regular fuck.
Yeah,
With my
one's gonna do
natural
nothing.
one. Zew! As it shoots off. Couldn't see in the glare. It's not my fault. I'm gonna take another shot. Same night. For a 24.
24 hits.
16 points of damage. And then I'm going to use Tactical Master. Push him back 10 feet.
Okay.
All right, then I'm going to Action Surge. What's the range? Still within range for me. I'm going to shoot the same knight again. Uh, 15.
Oh.
Miss. Last shot. For a
27 hits.
27. And 17 damage. And then I'm going to do two things. I'm going to use my regular bow for slow. I think bow does slow. So he loses 10 feet off of movement. So
Okay.
whatever his movement is. And then I'm going to do Arcane Shot, Grasping Arrow. So he takes 7 poison damage. And the first time he moves, every single round, he takes 2d6 damage. And that's my turn. 2 misses and a little bit interesting stuff.
All right, Calgar.
First off, I'm going to aim at the apparent leader of the troop. Well, I say I'm going to have my cannon shoot the guy. Because right now it's in its tiny form, so it's going to be like latched onto my shield arm. So I'm just going to bring my arm out, let it have some sight, and take a shot.
Okay.
Normal. For a 29 to hit, that is doing too much damage. Yeah, we're
What's
just
it
gonna
saying the
close that
damage is?
box. It tried to double it. It was, instead of 2d8, it wanted to do 4. As handy dandy as that would be, it's not 4. So he takes that hit to the chest, and he gets pushed back 5 feet. Or would it be possible to try to dismount the knight from his horse with the knockback?
Actually, I think that does cause him to test to see if he stays mounted. Let me just double check here.
I think he gets advantage or something like that, maybe?
If they have the mounted combatant feat, I think.
I am entirely unsure, as I have never looked at the mounted rules as written.
No, actually, I don't think it does. It's only the saddle of the cavalier that lets you roll anything with advantage if you're removed from your mount.
Yes, it does cause him to make a test. Because the horse is forced to move, so he moves back 5.
My headache's starting to go away.
Oh, that's
And he
awesome.
saves.
I'm happy.
Really? Mine's starting to come in.
Would my push do the same thing? Knock him off?
Yeah, let's try that one again. He saves 2.
So if we have an ability that can knock something prone, does that affect the horse or the rider?
It's anything that causes the prone condition or forces movement is a test to see if they get knocked off.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate you, Donnie.
Alrighty, and I'm gonna follow this up by, because these are all knights. They're all wearing plate, right?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, he's gonna start cooking. We're gonna upgas that to 3rd level. Woo! Woo! I'm happy with those damage rolls.
Bird him alive.
Exactly. Why not? They're coming at us with no warning, just shouting in some random language. Sure. So that's a DC 18 con save, but he can't
He
drop his
pass
armor.
with a 20.
Cool, because the con save is for if they unintentionally drop the item, so it doesn't do anything for him.
Okay.
He's just gonna start cooking for now.
Mhm.
And
He does have disadvantage on his ability and attack rolls.
oh yeah. There's that too. It does something else, right?
Is that it for you?
Yeah, it does disadvantage on his attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn. And yes, that is it.
Okay. Alter.
I'm going to... Oh, that's the Gimli bot window. I'm going to summon my Psychic Blade in my main hand. I'm going to throw it at the leader. This is not at disadvantage because I have Sharpshooter.
Nice.
Okay.
Does 22 hit?
It does indeed.
10 psychic damage. And then I'm going to follow that up. Bonus action, I'm going to throw a little smaller Psychic Blade at him at advantage because these have the Vex Mastery.
Nice.
22 still hits. And then we're going to pump Sneak Attack into that as well. But we are going to... I want to sacrifice one of these D6s. To do a trip attack. So do I do minus 1d6? How do I change that?
No, not.
I don't know how sneak attack works for this. You might just have to
Okay.
roll the dice normally.
Okay, I will
Like, just
roll.
manually.
I'll roll slash 4d6. And oops, sorry. That is not, I did not want to use cutting action. We are making that a trip attack, which is through cunning strike. Why is it targeting me?
Could just be the ability.
DC 17, dex save.
So it fails against that.
It's knocked prone.
Let's see what happened.
And it was a total of 19 psychic damage. That should have been a 4 from the blade and another 15 from sneak attack.
He stays on the horse.
Okay, end my turn.
Cardinal.
Okay, well, the camels have a 50 speed,
Yeah, 50.
so I'm gonna stay on my camel and get up to here. Well, let's see. Guiding bolt seems to be a good option. Let's do that. I'm gonna aim for the which is the most injured? The guy in the middle here?
Him and the bottom one are about the same.
Okay. I'll spread some. Because if he's prone, he's gonna give me disadvantage if I target. I'll go for this guy.
He's not prone. He stayed on the horse.
He doesn't have the prone condition?
Nope.
Gotcha. His ass it is, then. Light it up.
That hits.
Natural 20.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
Cardinal is just gonna ride up, heft her shield, and say, I don't want to fight you, but I will destroy you. That's a 36 damage, good stuff. And he has the glittery thing.
Radiant
you-
damage.
Target the wrong knight?
I targeted this guy. That was...
Okay, so that's the one you wanted to hit. Okay.
You know
Or
what?
you wanted to hit the one in the middle.
I wanted
the
to
one
hit
that's
the one in
burning.
the middle. I targeted it.
This is the one in the middle.
That's what I said. I changed my target for some reason.
Oh, then...
The blind
Ah.
to the other guy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Alright, and then for my bonus action, I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon with one of my channel divinities. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I really need to remember. What it is that I do. Give me a second. Which is the one that lets me do it? I'm confused. War God's Blessing. There we go. Thank you. Silly, silly, silly. Okay. Spiritual weapon. Summon. Do not consume spell slot. No concentration. And I'm gonna put it... I'll put it somewhere here in front where the guy's charging.
Okay, click summon. It should pop in for you.
There you go. Okie dokie, that's all I got.
Okay. So these knights have an ability that they actually all act at the same time.
That's funny.
I cast my favorite spell. It's called Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Just in case it's relevant, the guiding bolt was radiant damage. I don't know if it affects anything.
No, it doesn't change anything.
Then they fight a holy warrior, and they shall die.
The funny part is they're holy too.
Yeah, I know. Well, what little I know of Bretonian Knights. A little holier than thou, not my type.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much just like Bretonia as a whole. They are just literally holy. It's all round, just like your classic like medieval, like King
Howdy.
Arthur type shtick. Except rather than a sword and a stone or
Are they
anything, it's the
seriously
Lady
going
of the Lake.
around me?
They have lances with a 10-foot reach.
Fuckwads.
Oh no.
Who are
And
they?
the one knight here is slowed, so he's going to be... The horse is dashed.
Clearly, I need to get like a fucking
Get you a halberd or something.
Lance.
yeah,
Pike.
a halberd.
Or a glaive. A glaive would be cool.
Ooh, a glaive would be cool.
Ruh-roh. Where is he going?
For the squishy one.
Just riding past me.
Rude. And past me.
Oh, I'm just setting up their attacks. Let's start with Alder first. So the first knight runs past. Misses. Okay. Cardinal.
I'm slippery.
Like a snake.
I'm totally not a rogue!
So that one's going to be a critical hit.
Figures.
Ooh.
That's
There's
the
one
reason I
more
said
shadow
that.
Yes, silvery barbs, please.
Okay.
Because I believe he's in
tough.
range.
It's
Oh
still in
my
that 20.
God.
Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, I tried.
Don't worry, I got you. I can
And
take
I'm
it.
gonna give myself advantage. Well,
So
no,
you're
I'll
going to take
give,
54 damage on the hit. And I need you to roll a strength saving throw for me.
How much?
50.
It's
54
40
on that hit.
It's 48
So
damage.
20.
Fuck.
We decided to run
plus
brutals.
7? Wait, no, that's the attack. Never mind. So, bleh.
I don't know why this pops up twice.
I rolled a 17
Okay.
for my strength save.
Okay,
That hit like a
so
bitch.
that hit like a bitch. Yep. So as the knight comes in, like you watch, he gets the lance like just right up under his arm. There's a level of skill in a lance. You've seen knights before, not quite to this level. And as he's coming in, he gets that lance dead center in your chest. The lance hits and explodes, and you feel like there's an impact that wants to throw you off the back of the camel. You're able to hang on, but I also need you to make another Strength saving throw for me.
Another one? Okay.
That was from the ability that hit you. Now his weapon mastery of the lance is going to try and knock you down too.
Mother. Okay.
I think this one is called Lancelot.
You somehow managed to keep on the horse. That's impressive. Okay.
I don't like
It's
this.
a camel. And I'm proficient.
Sorry,
I'm
yes.
kidding, I'm not.
Camel.
It's a
Um,
camel.
Lair.
Into Calgar. That one is going to miss because dwarves are stupid tough, apparently.
That would have been a straight roll. Because I have disadvantage on all attacks against me until I get
Oh
hit.
yeah, that's true. Yep. And into Othira. I can't roll for shit today.
Bullshit. You just rolled how many nat 20s?
And I missed 3 out of 4 attacks.
Yeah, that one nat 20
With
though, I
advantage.
think covered the rest.
Yeah. And now, because they are at a broken formation, they get individual initiatives now.
So they had to go, since they went all at once, they had to go on the lowest initiative.
They go on the average.
Gotcha.
It just
Oh,
happened
and
to be that we rolled really high.
I also rolled really low. I was like, there was like a 3 6s on their initiatives. It was terrible. Let me get back to the top, and it is Othira.
Alright, well, I'm a little bit pissy now. Assholes. Oops. I guess I should take both my creatures. I'm gonna go straight beside both of them. And then I'm going to bonus action put my seal on this one. So now he should have 2. Which I need to just keep track of it here too, because this is where my brain works. Seal. And then I'm going to attack him. Did you say you gave me an advantage or yourself advantage?
You.
Me? Oh, 23 to hit. Plus, I have Great Weapon Master, which gives me, or Heavy Weapon Master, which gives me a +4. Normal. And then I'm gonna not roll that again. Nope. Because I can only do that once. I'm going to burn the seals for fire damage.
Okay.
Which is 4d6 fire damage. 15 points of fire damage. Is he still up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to hit him again. +4. For 20 points of damage. And
Okay.
I'm going to use my So there's people within 30 feet of me. I'm going to use my Devastator. So anybody within 30 feet of me can use their reaction to make a weapon attack or cast a damage dealing cantrip with a attack action of or attack of a cast action of fucking motherfucker. Casting time of one action.
So
Fuck, that
before
took a
we get
lot.
to that, I will say for Alder, Tobias, Calgar, and Cardinal, at this point you do recognize that they are Bretonian Knights, because you still do have memories of Bertrand. Two of the knights that ride past have the same iconography on their shield of like the blue field with the white unicorn on it. You see one has like a stylized castle on a black background. One is a rearing lion on a red one, and the one that just got killed had a dragon on a yellow field.
Killed that motherfucker.
That doesn't mean anything to us, does it?
What do you remember of Bertrand?
They're holy as fuck. They usually hate undead or something.
Bertrand had the unicorn shield sigil icon.
Yeah.
Blech.
I can try and speak to them, but it's gonna take my bonus. And by action.
Oh, I wanted to. Sorry, before you guys take your, I want to roll my last damage thing to see if I got better.
Okay.
Oh, I mean he's dead. It doesn't matter.
He's dead.
He would
Yeah.
have taken an extra 3 points of damage because
Yeah.
I'm overkill it.
But he's extra dead.
So how does he die?
Well, I mean, he comes and I'm a little mad that the fucker did not come within range. So I just like hit him really hard with the one, and then I cleave him in two and take out his horse with him.
Okay.
And then just
Oh,
flick
boy.
my blade and turn to the next guy. Flip Gormain around so that we're facing. Which also puts Caligar behind me. If that makes a difference.
It won't make a difference.
Anyway, anybody within 30 feet of me can make a attack roll with the weapon or a spell.
Alrighty. Well then I'll attack the guy next to us with Vengeful Blade.
Kill them. Kill them
Okay.
all.
I'm gonna hit him with my sensor.
It's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
He's too far away, bastard.
For 18 damage, and if he attacks or casts a spell, then he'll take another 2d8.
Yeah.
I got nothing. He's too far away. Oh, I can cantrip, sorry.
Yeah, it has
cantrip.
to be a cantrip.
I'm gonna...
Yeah, no spells, but cantrips are good.
Has
Yeah,
he
so
taken
this is
damage?
The one right behind Othira, yeah.
Me.
The one that critted her. That one.
Oh, him? No.
Okay, fine, I'll go for the Othira one then. Toll of the Dead. I'm gonna ring his bell.
Ring a ding ding ding.
Wisdom saving throw.
I'm just imagining the big like deck, the dinging thing inside of a bell, just that appearing and using
Whacking him
his head
upside the
as the actual bell.
It's a DC 17.
Yep.
Or he takes 18 necrotic.
Yeah, he failed.
Okay, that's all I got.
Okay. Anything else there, or is that all from you guys there?
I don't think the cannon or Zerly can do anything, because, I mean, bleh, wow, Raina just was sideways. Furley doesn't have anything for that range, and the cannon's my thing, so I don't think anybody else is within 30
Okay.
feet.
Well, Othira needs to end her turn then. Then we will move on.
Oh shit, sorry.
Kitty, that hurts.
Orly's gonna run up and go, nom 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 nom. For a mighty 8 damage.
I mean, she's a baby. That's pretty good for a baby.
Yeah.
My baby can hardly hit when she attacks. She hasn't figured out
What
the
is going
chinks
on?
between armor yet.
Are we talking about Gourmet?
No,
Or,
Tekwani.
Tekwani. Oh.
So this knight is going to disengage.
Fuck, what?
Run him down.
Man, all I can picture is Othira taking her great axe and just chucking it. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Now we need to get you a great axe of returning Grog style.
Right?
And then the
That would be
horse is
neat.
going to dash because this is a weird interaction that works like that.
Wait. So the rider disengaged or the horse disengaged?
The
'Cause if
rider
the-
disengages, but if you attack,
Yeah.
if you attack the
Horse, he can direct the attack towards
yeah, the
himself.
attack goes to him.
Still be a disadvantage. Pretty sure. Or disengage.
Yeah, it would still disengage.
Okay, yeah.
But make it easy, I'll just say the whole thing disengaged, so we're not gonna worry about that.
Yeah.
So no dash.
Because you got to remember, what you can do, I can do.
That's the DM's line. Maybe they're just more trained, Othira. Maybe they got special knight abilities. Wait, why am I helping him? Fuck him.
Yeah,
Almost killed me.
he crit you. Why are you helping him?
Yeah. Well, I crit him too, so it's balanced.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
I can do anything better than you.
Awesome sauce.
Suplex them out.
Dude,
Caliger, did you
if
stay on
it had
Gorman, or
come
did you
to
get
it,
off?
I might have... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm still on Gourmet.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do
This
not
is a
have the
power
movement
combo.
to. I do not have the movement to do anything in this fight otherwise. Even with my new preternatural dwarven speed.
22?
I already used a reaction, so I can't do anything about it.
I haven't used my reaction. Can I try and grab the spear?
No.
I know. I'm just being a
So you take 28 damage. Your cloak goes away.
Why are they getting advantage on the attacks?
Because they are jousting experts and get advantage on creatures that are smaller than their mounts.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Um,
Yeah, it's asking for
that's-
multiple strength
yeah,
saves.
don't
So-
worry about that.
Okay, well, I failed both.
So, yes.
You go flying.
So you get knocked off the horse.
You can jump back on. I'm just gonna keep forcing disengages, man.
Tobias?
Tobias is going to. Sorry, I can barely see these numbers. Oh, by the way, this one takes. Let me do this. Fuck. 10 slashing damage for moving.
Okay.
Tobias is going to step up to roughly here. And then he's going to Pokeball these two knights. House of Cards.
Not again.
Choose you!
It's just going to be... it's not going to be a full... Well, 40 by 40. It's going to be... It's... I'm going to put it right there.
Wait, so you're
And-
putting the House of Cards on top of them to lock them in?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Fucking cool, man.
He did this before to a greater demon of Slaanesh. It was great.
But this also means
And then-
you don't have access to that House of Cards tonight.
But we're right at
Yeah.
the Oasis.
If we're allowed to enter the Oasis after attacking the knights that probably are protecting it.
They attacked
You're
us.
assuming that the knights don't have friends.
Well, they can get in through the house
Before you
anyway.
do this, I want the four of you to roll history checks to see what you remember of what Bertrand would have told you about Bretonians.
Sure.
Can I roll a history
got
just to
a-
see what I was prepped with? I mean, I've gone
Sure,
four all over.
yours is going to be harder.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's going to be harder for you.
I think we did okay. Those were all good.
Yeah, we got a 28, 19, 18, 11, and 21.
Yes. So, just to say, like, some of the conversations you would have had during like downtimes is, you know, that there are crusades of Tonians in Araby and in Camry. So 5 knights is maybe a patrol.
Okay. Well, as I throw out the house and Pokeball them in, there's magically a window right in front of me, and there's going to be 4 windows, one on each side. Door's going to be on the back side, but it's not big enough for a horse to get out of.
Okay.
And I'm going to step forward to the window, open it up, yelling, "What the fuck are you guys doing? Why are you attacking us?" And then I'm going to step back 10 feet away from the window. And that is my turn.
It's the nightmare.
All right. Well, first off, I'm gonna have my cannon shoot the guy next to Cardinal. for a... that's gonna miss. The 12 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to follow it up with a... I'm going to target the guy who hit me. I'm going to follow it up with another heat metal. And this is going to be on his armor again. For another 18 burn. And he's got disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Okay. With that second night, you're noticing that the they don't seem to be too bothered by the heat.
Good to know.
Alder?
You're muted if you're speaking, Betty.
No, I'm trying to find where my ability is. I'll look up the name of it. It's called Under Soul. I am going to do Soul Blades. I need to roll an energy die, which would be a d8.
Oh, shit. I forgot about an ability I have.
So
I
I
always
can-
forget that.
I can teleport up to 70 feet. I assume the camel doesn't come with me.
Correct, you're coming off a camel.
And I'm going to go right here. Which would be this space. And I will look up at this guy. And in common, because I don't know what language Bretonian Knights would speak. Would I know what language they speak with that 18 history?
They understand common, you know that much.
Okay. In common, I'll say, we just want access to the Oasis. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I have to. And I'll draw my vicious short sword, and I will hold my attack until he makes a aggressive action.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to roll persuasion or anything.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Roll it.
Cool, because I have expertise in this. Means I can't roll.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Nat 20?
I got a 30 on a nat 20.
Damn!
So, like, with that, he, like, as he's drawing his sword, he just looks down at you, and, like, you can feel the hatred coming through from the helmet. He says, "You are coming from El Hayek, and you were in the presence of Hellspawn. How would you like us to react?"
Ask questions first. Like any good person would do.
You know nothing of Bretonians. He keeps drawing his sword.
Can I assume that's an aggressive action then?
Well, it's not his turn yet, but
Yeah, okay.
Motherfucker. Well... Shit. Shit. Well, he spoke in common, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do mass healing word. Oh, I hate this. Okay, I'm gonna do mass healing word and I'm gonna heal myself, Caligar. I don't know if Alder took anything.
Nope.
But I'm also gonna include this stupid fucking leader guy.
Isn't he
Okay.
As
like
a
a
show of
floaty?
good faith. Sorry?
Isn't the leader like a splody or like in chunks?
He's in half.
Cut him in half.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Let's say Othira roll a strength check for me. Strength or athletics? I want to see if you actually cleaved him in half.
It's D&D magic, guys.
Yeah, just.
You might be hanging by a thread. You could still repair the body.
28.
Nope, completely bisected. Yeah.
And his horse too.
He did. He did.
Hey, I gave them the option of not fighting. I'm just putting that out there.
I've
gonna
only
heal
been
myself.
retaliating.
A second
Yeah, I've-
level.
I didn't try very hard, but I did give them the option.
I'm gonna say to that guy. Just gonna heal myself first and say. Cease your hostilities. We fight against chaos. I'll heal your friend if I can.
Roll persuasion.
Did she get advantage because I rolled so good on my persuasion?
I did not attack him too. I mean, this round.
No.
I used
But we'll
my
see what the DC is.
inspiration to give myself advantage.
No, inspiration isn't
No, see
re-roll.
what-
Roll first.
Well,
Did
okay.
she would have used...
Let's try that again. This roll didn't happen.
Okay.
Roll the 1, and then if you need to, then use the inspiration.
Okay.
Every time, man. Every single time.
14, 15.
There. Now, do you want to
That one
use your
didn't happen because
inspiration?
Cardinal doesn't roll that one. But yes, 15.
The hair flip.
I've never failed at anything.
Ever.
So, like, his sword is out, and you can see, like, the tension in his fist around the grip. It's like, if you can bring back the Duke's son, you will live.
Hey, actually, we might be able to do that.
Then let me work.
Shush you.
You got 2.
I call that out.
Okay, so he stares at you for a second, and then shouts some words that you don't understand. And the knight that is outside kind of wheels around, lines himself up for another charge, but he's holding his ground.
So they stop?
Yeah.
In combat, can I run to the guy and brewify his stupid ass?
I won't say we're gonna end combat.
Pause. A pause. I take
Skip
a pause.
1 round of combat?
Well, the knights that are in the house are gonna try and break the house down.
Well, sure. Not too.
That's the reason.
And
So
the
you're
most
gonna-
knightly way possible, they're gonna charge at the walls.
Oh, Lord.
And this is the one that has the stupid brambles on him, so he's taking damage for it.
Oh, Lord.
An idiot.
I mean, that's fair. From what we learned from Bertrand, they are all idiots.
Yeah.
They do think with their swords. They think with their swords. For real. Fucking
That's most men
A
in
sword
general.
is. Yeah, a sword.
Tell me about it.
Why is this not doing the...
Some are just blessed with a bigger sword than others.
You know, you can let a metaphor just
That
die.
hits.
I can't.
All right, I've got one, and then I won't.
So that
This
one
is-
does 30 damage.
This is all gonna
Okay,
go
it's got
in.
20 hit points left.
This is all gonna go into my book, Secrets of My Fountain.
Oh god.
The voice I'm doing for Alder is going to be the voice of the main character in the
That one
audiobook.
doesn't
That
do
one
it.
misses.
Just kind of gets the bad angle on it.
If men have two heads, why don't they win more arguments?
Because both of them are empty. I did shout out. I did shout out that I offered to heal. So if
Well, and I answered we might be able to do that.
Yeah.
So
So what are you doing, Othira? How are you reacting to this?
I'm going to look at the dude and I'm gonna say, I may be a Hell Knight, but I am here to defeat chaos, and if you stand in my way, I'll kill you. However, we need to go to the Oasis to then go to whatever frickin' temple thing we're going to. So the quickest way to do that would be for you to
Your
leave
words
us alone.
mean nothing until action is done.
Okay, well, I'm answering you. I will allow them to bring him back on the condition that you leave us alone and allow us to do the task we are given.
I just wanted to see if you were attacking or you're gonna hold. He's already said.
Well,
he's already
I'm-
agreed to that.
Okay, if you break this, I will kill him in even more ways, and I will send his soul to Dispater, just as a fair warning. Cardinal, have fun.
No one said anything to Forley yet.
A
Can I
hasn't
very
been my
obviously
bird.
tell
can-
me? No.
He-
Can she make a intelligence check like an insight check to see if she catches the fact that I haven't attacked? Because she would know that I'm very attacky. And that we're talking.
Also,
She's not dumb.
technically, one round of combat is like a bunch of things happening simultaneously. So if we saw her moving, one of us could say something in Draconic, right?
For one of you that speaks Draconic, roll a dexterity for me. See if you get it out fast enough.
I'll do it.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
Check or saving throw?
Poorly.
Check.
8.
Okay, Amber, I need you to
19.
change those dice. Those are really hard to look at.
You don't have to see it.
I like to see the numbers on the clicky clack. Okay.
Hey, mine is not as bad as whoever's else was there. Calgar.
Yeah. So
What's that?
Alder, you see her running towards the knight, and yeah, you're able to respond in time.
In Draconic.
What do you tell-
Froyley,
what do-
stop.
Trey like stops with like 10 feet away and goes, "But I was gonna bite him."
We're trying to negotiate peace.
But I want to bite him.
You'll get plenty of things to bite in the future.
If he
going
betrays us,
for his
then you can
face.
bite him.
If things don't work out,
I love how you think, Pharrell.
Sounds great.
he heard Cardinal. I don't like that.
She does love me.
In Draconic, neither do I.
She does.
I'll
Can
kill
Cardinal
for you,
do
Daddy
the?
Dragon.
Calgar, did you drop heat metal?
I don't want to, but yes.
I'm just asking because it's not on that night anymore, so I wasn't sure if you actually
Yeah,
did.
I don't know why it's gone. Unless no, I got hit after the fact. Cause I did it after he went the other
Is it a
way, so
con
yeah,
save?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is because it's a concentration, but I did it after he hit me, so I don't know
Yeah.
why it's gone at the
Well,
moment.
the
So
thing-
yes, he took it down. No, is he taking damage or not?
I suppose.
Okay.
It's gone.
Well, isn't the new heat metal you
It's-
can choose to do the damage as a bonus action on your turn?
Yeah,
So he could
it's a
maintain
bonus action.
concentration on it without continuing to harm the person,
true.
right?
True. Yeah, so yeah. I'll just keep it up.
I read. I've learned to read
Yes.
spells and abilities now, guys.
Yep.
A whole
Yeah,
new
I read
powerful
it.
level of booty is upon you.
Shit.
All right.
Okay.
For
So then, sorry. Go ahead.
for Tobias's turn, he's just running up to the window and he's going to say, "If you stay there and calm down and this truce holds, I'll get those vines off of you." And then he's backing off the window. And that's Tobias's turn.
I will look very grouchily between the two outside, keeping my eye on the one that hit Cardinal. Like, cannons ready, and I'm just gonna watch and wait. Gonna hold my action for if they get aggressive, then I'll go off with mine.
Okay, Alder.
Continue to hold my attack action for an aggressive action.
Okay, Cardinal. What do you want to do?
Okay, I run over to the dumbass, pull out the Revivify Diamond. I'm gonna Revivify him. I basically grab one end of his torso and the other end of his severed torso and smush them together.
Dump them back together.
And Revivify gives him
Since
just
I'm
1 HP,
standing
right?
there, can I try to like help her hold the two bits in place?
And my held action had been to lop off his head if anybody does an aggressive action.
Basically, you guys haven't seen me do Revivify before, but I'm gonna grab both sides of the gigantic fucking severed wound, and you see like golden veins slowly like start to crawl down her arm and fill in the gaps between his body and sort of seal it like molten liquid.
Makes
Molten
us-
liquid.
Yeah, it does. You know, like kintsugi, the Japanese pottery where you pour gold in between the cracks. It looks like that. Fucking sick.
It is amazing.
It is, yeah.
So as you bring him back and he kind of like molds back together. There's that sudden sharp intake of breath, and his like limbs jerk out, and he's kind of looking around. It's like, what happened?
A big axe. I'm gonna
I
put my
twirl the
hand out for
axe.
him to grab. Truce?
Well, he stands up and draws his sword, but as he's getting up, the knight that you first talked to calls out to him in Bretonian, and it seems like they're having a conversation back and forth. What you can piece together is he's explaining what's going on, and the general attitude of the knights. They all seem to relax a bit, but for the most part, they're still fairly well on guard in case things flare up again.
Cardinal's very pointedly like mom look, just gonna cock her hip and look at the guy that made the truce and gonna be like, well, let's get this over with.
And I'm just like flipping my axe, just casually, like, yep, let's do this. Get her done.
One of the knights on his horse is still glowing a dull orange.
I have a question. If something says it takes a magic action, but it doesn't describe any verbal, somatic, or material components, I can just do it, right?
I need more context than that.
It's psychic whispers. It allows me to make a telepathic connection with a group of people.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Let me double check the range on this. Number of creatures I can see. I think if I'm going to put my sword away and move just to where I can see
Yeah, add Frelly.
Tobias, and I'm going to make a telepathic connection with everybody here. Or, sorry, everybody in the party and Froily.
Okay.
Tobias is just going to peek around the corner to see that the big guy's up. And he's going to jump in the window.
Maxed
And he's
out.
going to go for the 1 knight.
I maxed out the die on my free use, so we have 8 hours of a telepathic connection as long as we stay within a mile of each other.
Nice.
That's cool.
So you all
Ah.
hear in your heads, this is a safe way for us to talk. We've probably done this before, but since we have, This
We
is
have,
last
like,
for-
No, we
Just-
haven't.
Still, like I said, they're still fairly on guard, but the knight you negotiated with slowly walks his horse over, raises his sword to point at the House of Cards, and says, "Release my knights."
He is. And I gesture over
working
to
on it.
Tobias.
12 doesn't break the brambles.
I'd say between the
say-
two of you, you're working at it. Eventually you do break it down.
All right, and then I'll just stand in the middle of the room and I'll hold up my hand like this, and all the cards float and do the card flip into my hand, and I put it back in my pocket, and the House of Cards is done. And Tobias
Tobias
is
will kind
going to stand by the cactus.
of stand by the cactus. Okay, yeah. So the knights all kind of gather off to the side, and the one that you brought back takes a step forward. Says, "My name is Lucien de Baston. Why are you with a knight from hell?"
We are the Neverchosen, a mercenary group that have all been called to fight chaos and stop Archaon from becoming the Everchosen. This Bader sent her to help us, being that even the forces of hell don't like chaos. It's a necessary ally in this time. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
As he speaks, I'm gonna go over to Calgar and help him up and give him a little bit of boost for healing.
I can understand then the Hell Knight, but why are you coming from such a despicable city as El Hayik? One that trades in slaves and the most foul things possible known to humanity.
It was
So,
the quickest way from Ulthuan to Araby. And we are heading to Kemri.
we didn't want to go through the
Pirate coasts.
the dead ships. Also, we stayed there for a day and we left. Because none of that other shit happened. So we came, we resupplied, we left.
No, you still fought Heartrender.
Heartrender.
Oh yeah, no, we
Yeah.
did. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
no,
took
that
we took
still
out an assassin.
I'd say
What?
maybe instead of having charged him to kill Archibald, it's just that once he found out you were in the city, he attacked.
Yeah, yeah.
Tried to laid an ambush for you at night in the park, and everything else went off exactly how it happened. So you still got attacked by the city, bribed your way out, all of that. It still happened, just different manner in which it went down.
Tobias is gonna whistle his camel over. Camel, here, camel. Good camel.
As it goes to attack Algar.
We'll give the DM
It
ideas.
tries.
Roll
It'll
animal
die.
handling for me, just to see how well it listens to you.
Here's my mighty +1 animal handling. A 13.
Okay, yeah, it comes over. Do they usually like groaning, like grunting sound they make? I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like when I wake up in the morning and I have to leave my bed. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's very much that disgruntled. Ah.
And Calgar, because you're looking for it, you're noticing that the horses are like stomping and they're like kind of like prancing around, like they're chomping at the bit because they want to inflict harm.
I'm just gonna reach down and put him on the back of Gormain.
The cannon's getting twitchy.
Are you still bleeding?
You put a cure. Oh no, with a it didn't apply it. With plus 14, I'm at 3/4.
Just checking.
Oh, I appreciate it. Now that 28 was half my health.
All right, Tobias is going to go up to the one he grasping arrowed. And he's going to say, I hear that those vines really, really sting. And then he says, this is the best salve for curing that. And he's going to hold up one of his bottles of fine port from the Empire.
Do zealots drink?
Takes it, looks down, and he goes, "Where's it from?"
This was from Marienburg, right? Or somewhere around
I
there?
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marienburg.
He just laughs and hands it back and says, "I will not drink that swill."
Right?
You are very high and mighty. You think quite highly of yourselves.
They're Bretonians.
That means nothing to me.
I'm going to go up and give us a mouthful of the fine port to the camel.
Let's
Roll
let's
animal
make a
handling at disadvantage.
drunk.
I'm not getting it drunk. I'm just like giving it a little bit. Disadvantage is also a 13.
It grabs the bottle, starts chugging it, just holds it in its mouth.
It gets it in its mouth, and then spits it at you.
True.
Yeah, no one's appreciative of fine stuff in life. I'm gonna hop on the camel and ride it over.
Can I have the name of the guy that introduced himself again?
Yeah.
With the spelling.
Thank you.
So amazing.
Oh, I was
Christian?
close.
De Baston? De Bastone? De Baston?
I guess I will also take the time to quickly recover my camel.
Sure. Camel come over. Camel take bite at Calgar. Camel missed.
Oh.
So to answer Othira, Lucian looks up and he says, "When you were charged by the Lady of the Lake to destroy evil wherever it exists, you get very good at your job."
Evil. 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 The definition of evil depends on your perspective.
How
He kinda
about we
looks you
have
up and
this
down and goes,
conversation
"Really?"
inside?
Yeah, we are seeking passage to the Oasis of 1,001 Camels. Can you guide us in?
Just turns around, looks at the oasis behind him, and goes, "It's right there."
Okay, well, I just mean you attacked us. We don't want to be attacked again.
Maybe
You guys with the
spread
crusade?
word.
We are with the crusade. They're currently located more to the north. If you stay at the southern end of the oasis, you should be clear to go by. We will send word that. What'd you call yourselves? The Neverchosen?
The Neverchosen.
You're free to pass. If what you say is true, you have bigger concerns than what we're looking after right now.
What are you looking after?
We're here to destroy Araby.
Oh,
Araby in general or someplace in particular?
I think they mean the city.
Well, Araby's the continent, isn't it?
Oh,
No, Araby's the country.
oh, the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah. So it's like El Haik, Kofir, all of that. It's like the more they're talking about it, it's like the slave trade is really kind of ramped up, and the crusade was called. They answered the call, and they rode off to war. Essentially, what they're going for is they're trying to overthrow the sultan that is in Al Haik, and they're still massing their forces. They're kind of like pressing their way in from the east.
Can you tell us
Maybe you'd be
anything
able to help us.
What do you need help with?
Well, we don't have too much information. We're heading to Khemri, I think. We're going to fight Tzeentch and root out his portal and his influence in this part of the world. But the elves of Ulthuan didn't know too much. But I do know you guys have many crusades down here in Araby, so maybe you know more than we do.
Is there certain information you're looking for about what lies ahead?
What lies ahead, possible paths, most likely destinations, places where Tzeentch might be strongest. We're looking for information, maybe allies.
What lies east of the Oasis, you won't find allies. We cannot spare anyone for you. As for locations of Tzeentch, we've never ventured that far into Khemri. Furthest we've gone. Let me just pull up a map here so I know what I'm talking about. The furthest we've ever ventured is the ruins of Bel Aliad. Beyond that, you get into the pools of despair, and from our experience, any that have gone into there have never returned.
Those ruins of Bel Aliad, are they a safe haven? What sort of creature might we encounter there?
Kind of creatures? Men. It's often populated by raiders, or even just those that are trying to exist. Being on the edge of the land of the dead, you will encounter some dead as well. You will encounter some constructs.
So, it's a good, decent place to rest at least. Between here and there.
It'll provide you some protection. I wouldn't stay for very long.
We don't. I don't suppose any of you carry a gem worth 300 gold pieces upon you. To replace the one
No.
that was used?
In my 42,500 gold pieces worth of rare ore and gems, is there a diamond?
I would assume so, yes.
Okay, I will hand Cardinal a 300 gold piece diamond, and I will now have 42,200 gold pieces or worth of rare orange gems.
That's
Oh, thank you.
hilarious.
Should we try to like
Casually pull
break a
out this
chunk off?
big ass gem.
No, he got
Because
6
that was
gems.
in large chunks. Yeah, that was like 5,000 golds worth gems and 2,500 golds worth ore chunks.
Yeah, it was quite specific.
Oh, okay. Well then, never mind.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
no,
want
that's-
to be like that guy, but
No, you just like take this chunk, put like a pick, and then bang.
That looks to be about 300.
It's
I
all
mean, the
it-
spell doesn't say it has to be exactly 300. It could be like 300 or
Over.
more, right?
Yeah, but that's an expensive revive if we can just break it down a couple chunks.
We can do that later, but as long as we have
Yeah.
something, that's all I need to know.
Okay.
Gonna
Yeah,
have you
'cause
break
I
them
don't
down.
Guys, we could
have-
always use the helm of teleportation and travel somewhere, sell my ore and gems, and then teleport back because the DM would totally be prepared for that.
We have a dwarf. We have a dwarf he can break down ore, I'm sure.
It would be the cutting
You have
of the
tools,
gem.
right?
Well, is there
you
anything we have
place-
to watch out for in the Oasis?
Is there anything you need to watch out for in the Oasis?
Yeah, I'm asking the
Um,
Bretonian Knights.
The water gets deep fast.
Is there anything
Try throwing the
in
dwarf
the
in,
water?
and he kind of smells like he needs a bath.
And that's where we say
Bretonians.
goodbye.
As like during the conversation, the knights that are still mounted seem like they're getting themselves ready to go. But Lucian walks over to his bisected horse, reaches into a bag and pulls out a warhammer. Turns and looks at Calgar. Says, "I want to know if you recognize this." He hands it over to you. Roll a history or arcana for me.
They are the exact same for me, so I'll just do Arcana for the help. 27 total?
So you get the hammer into your hands, and you feel a very familiar surge of power coming from it that you've only ever felt in the presence of the runesmith that you train under. And you like turn the hammer over in your hand, and you see like the glinting of like these very finely crafted runes going down the handle across the head of the hammer, and you've heard of one hammer have been crafted with this level of expertise. And where did I leave that note? So what comes to mind for you is a story you heard as a child of a runesmith that went on an expedition out from Karaz Karak, whatever, by the name of Dromnir Ambermantle, and about 1,000 years ago, he led an expedition into Araby to try and reclaim Karak Zorn, which is the most southern dwarven hold that you've ever heard of. Shortly after they left, they were never heard from again. But the legend that you heard about him had him carrying this ornately crafted and runes of such power that have never been held before. And you're fairly certain that this is the hammer that he carried.
Hey, somebody redeemed one of our new redeem points to name it the Wacky Stick.
The
Booty, you're
wacky
an
stick?
ass.
The wacky stick.
Somebody being booty.
Well,
thank you coming for that buddy.
Wow, thank you. Sorry.
Henceforth
let me
and forever
see, let
known
me
as
see.
the Wacky Stick.
You gonna look up the?
But thanks,
No.
Fox. I appreciate it.
Come on, it would have been so great. I'd draw out the wacky stick.
With our dirty minds? Gutter! Come on, dude, gutter!
Exactly.
Oh,
So, like, as
God,
you're
okay.
looking over this hammer, he just mentions like we came across a band of raiders to the south. I don't think they understood exactly what they had in their hand, but I had a feeling you might appreciate this a little bit more.
Dude, were we supposed to loot this off his dead corpse? Because that would have been awesome also.
That would have been fun. The fact that this was found among bandits worries me, but I do appreciate this artifact's return. It is definitely of make of our kind, and it feels almost as if it was made by the person who trained me.
Well, I hope you can put it to better use than those bandits did. I think at one point they were using it to crack walnuts.
And they're dead?
Oh, very much so.
Well, I will not have to put them within a new book of grudges. Do you have my... Wow, my brain just went sideways.
Gratitude?
Not congratulations. That my brain was coming up with congratulations. It was like, no, that's not quite it. Yeah,
That's
you
not how
have
English
my...
works.
You have my gratitude.
What weapon is
And
this? I
random
want to
side-
know what weapon it is.
Yeah, it's like random side note. Does he happen to have like a line of gold down his body now?
No.
From Fox's,
Kasugi?
Revivify?
Put it in the inventory.
That would have been cool.
Cool. Maybe like a thin, barely visible scar that's glittering gold. Come on.
Well, there is absolutely a scar going down his face, but yeah, it's not filled with gold.
Never let me have any fun.
I'm gonna look at Caligar, and in Dwarven, I'm gonna say, my father has quite a few Dwarven Warhammer trophies from the War of Beards. None of them look as nice as that.
I'm just gonna give you a side-eye glance because I don't want to have to speak words to that comment.
Universal problem
Roll-
solver or
Roll a
percussive
wisdom save,
maintenance.
Calgar.
Can I just look at Alder like I look at Alder like, what the fuck, dude? I'll let him have a moment. That's what my eyes say.
Do you
and
speak
telepathically
Dwarvish?
I do.
Motherfucker. can
I
see his
look at
reaction,
that,
like,
and I'm
dude.
like,
Yeah, Calgar, you can't hold back, buddy. Let him have it.
hit him with the new hammer! Sorry, I just got really excited. Can I eat him?
Oh,
Can I, like, just take him and throw him at Eldar?
No.
You
Alder.
could do a flying.
Where's the second A coming from? It's Alder.
He's on my horse. You're
Lock
muted.
Push the talk.
It's even better that he is muted. Just like,
Push the talk button.
Damn it. No, it's just you just start charging forward with Gormain, and then you just yeet me for the extra momentum.
Oh, man. Hit him with the hammer.
so I want to hear how you respond as a very angry dwarf who just got told that Alder's father has war trophies from killing dwarves.
But you've probably had this conversation before.
I complimented your hammer.
Yeah, but you followed it up with, ooh, my parents have trophies from your dead cousins.
I started it with that and then complimented your hammer at the end. And on a nice note.
Alright, so just with my hammer?
No, the new one.
I don't have it. I don't see it.
You were just
Or,
handed
wait, let
it.
me double check.
I haven't given it to you yet. Well, you have it, but
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean.
Great way to find out what it does.
That's it on the wood elf. But
when you go to swing it, it swings just as a hammer.
Got a tune.
that's an 8 damage standard hit. I mean, I could have made it like a vengeful strike, but yeah.
So no words, just swing.
Yeah, cause with how the day's been going between the camels trying to eat me, dealing with these idiots, having to not kill these idiots, and then this comment, it's all just adding up. It's just a quick, just backswing towards whatever part of him is is within reach.
Okay. So yeah, the hammer hits and you take the damage. And Alder, how do you react to being hit after your stupid comment?
I laugh and in common just say, classic Druki. Always gotta hit the elf for no reason.
I'm about to follow this up.
I'd expect it from the dark elf, but
You
I
called
look
me a
towards-
Druki. I am not a Druki.
oh, whatever it is. I can't remember.
Dowie.
towards Lucian
Dowie,
as
same
they're
thing.
having-
I'd
The
expect it
difference
from
is
the
you called me
Druki.
an elf. You just called me an
More
elf.
insulting.
As they're having at it, I'm gonna look at Lucian with the chaos behind me and say,
Wait, no, a
Well,
9 doesn't hit.
"A pleasure to meet you, but I think we'll be on our way." I assume it's their
Yes. I feel like wishing you luck, and he's looking past you at the two of them swinging away at each other.
I haven't taken
Wishing
a
you
swing.
luck is not going to be sufficient.
And this is how you know that I am actually here to help, because I haven't killed them yet.
I'm still not fully convinced,
That's fine.
but
You don't have to be convinced. You're alive. Because I allowed it.
even if I had died, I would have been happy with that. Dying in the service of my lady is all we ever care for.
Othira, could you be a dear and get Caligar away?
Yeah. I'm just gonna ride over, pick you up as you're swinging, and hold you up. And then
I-
ride away and put you on my
If I see that,
horse.
I just start laughing and then turn to Tobias and in Elvish. I'm just like, classic dwarves. No brains, all brawn.
I start laughing. Like, I start guffawing laughing.
He said in Elvish.
I know. I understand both.
Tobias is just sitting on a camel, chin in his hands, just watching.
Just turns around. I don't have enough gods to pray for patience.
So the
I
knights,
need a couple more.
they all turn and they start moving off to the north, and they're keeping pace with Lucian as he walks on foot because you killed his fucking horse.
Ride doubles, dude. Hold on tight.
2 knights, 5 feet apart on a horse because they're not gay.
Welcome to Brokeback Mountain.
Lucian turns to look back at you, shakes and says, "We respect our mounts too much to do that."
I mean, he might have enjoyed it.
Should have gotten
You're
camels.
depriving him of his enjoyment.
What are you talking? He's talking about riding double.
I know.
Heather's gone.
They head off, and Caligar, you have a shiny hammer in your hand.
It is the universal problem solver, or the percussive maintenance.
Or
I
breaker
love
of
the
anvils.
percussive maintenance.
Well, if we're following that name generated properly, the actual name is going to be Universal Problem Solver or the Percussive Maintenance, like in quotations.
A hard reset.
I'll just call it in Dwarvish percussive maintenance.
Ooh, yes.
So, my question is, are you going to take the time to identify it? Because you have no idea what it actually does.
Just attune to
Okay.
it. See what it happens.
Because I'm gonna be on
You hear
Gorman
Ezekiel?
anyway. So yeah, I'll spend the 10 minutes to identify.
It's in your equipment.
But that's no fun. Read it out for stream.
Yeah, I want to know what it is.
I'm going to let him read it.
You
Tries
didn't
to
let
lead the
me
camel
read
into the
mine. You
Oasis.
just read it out. Come on.
That's
All right.
different. You got a scene where I described how you got it. He got a scene where I described how he got it.
So it's called the Hammer of Runic Focus. The hammer has 3 charges. As a bonus action, I can expend 1 charge and slam the hammer on the ground, creating a 15-foot radius circle of glowing runes centered on the point of impact. While inside that area, your hammer glows with matching runes, and you gain +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls with the hammer. The rune circle disappears after 1 minute when you create another rune circle, or when you dismiss it as a bonus action, and it regains 1d3 charges daily at dawn.
It's the most dwarven weapon I could
Percussive
find, short of a dwarven thrower. So, happy birthday,
Percussive
buddy.
That would have been pretty good too.
Can you put the link to that in chat? I wanna look at it. Because I honestly
Theoretically?
have a hard time like accessing.
Here.
Cardinal, you'll have to forgive me for poking the dwarf's buttons.
You're gonna have to beg.
I shoot you a wink. I'll say, pretty please.
Ugh.
Wrong character, dude.
He's not doing it sexually. It's just him being charismatic. It's not like he's
Ugh.
coming on to
He's-
her
he's-
thing. It's
he's-
just being annoying.
He's just going to be charismatically trying to get into people's beds.
No.
No, he's just gonna charismatically be trying to get anybody to punch the shit out of him. Is what he's doing.
I'm a wood elf.
Yeah, no.
It's not
Time for character number 3.
Okay. So yeah, the knights head off. You guys are on the edge of the Oasis of 1,001 camels. What would you like to do?
Go to the Oasis and sleep for the night.
If you wink, you'll have to appease the 1,000 gods. Yeah. One task for each god.
Okay, so you get into the
That's what
Oasis, and it's only about... By the time you get to the center of it, say it's about 4 o'clock.
Oh shoot, the
So you got-
Oasis isn't like a town. It's like just a wild place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No
an
shit,
oasis.
Well, you know, a lot of times they build stuff around an oasis. You never know.
No, there's... It's... larger than what you've thought an oasis would be. Like, kind kind of in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, well, you got this little more than a pond coming up from like a deep rock spring, couple trees, maybe a bit of grass. Like this oasis is going to stretch for a couple kilometers.
Are there trees?
And trees, yes.
I go up and I hug one of the trees. I've missed you, friend. These sands are terrible.
I'm gonna look at him and go,
Typical tree hugger.
Roll a percentile for me.
it hugs back.
It's not so much that you hear the tree speaking to you as you feel like a presence where it's like, I don't know you, but I appreciate you.
These are beautiful trees. My
Start
father,
flipping my
They will make-
axe.
Kalen
They will make
Swiftbow,
great
would love
firewood
you.
for the camp.
Caligar, go have a
Speechless.
bath.
Don't listen to him. You're beautiful.
Be careful of the oasis. It's deeper than it looks. That's what they said.
You might want to take your armor off
Yeah.
then.
Just in case, I'm gonna have the immovable rod and throw a rope into the pond near him. I've seen the
So I
story
can
before,
stay
I didn't
drowning
like the
if I'm
ending.
drowning?
So you can pull yourself out.
What?
So you can pull yourself out if there's something in there. But he appreciates my
Can
plan.
dwarves swim?
They can sink. What does Frorley do with the water?
Oh, she's amphibious. She can go for it. She takes to the water like she takes to the air.
She is amphibious, yeah.
Yeah.
She sees like this massive body of water and doesn't wait. Like she runs, jumps, gets like some significant air, and dives headfirst straight down the center. And she's gone.
She is like a dragon version of a golden retriever at this point. Yeah.
Jeez.
So I'll just chase in after her. It's like, screw these idiots. I'm gonna go have fun with my daughter.
Roll perception for me.
Everybody or just him?
Nat
Just
20 for a 20.
I want to see if this time he sees the drop off before he hits it.
Hmm.
And he does. It's within about like 5 or 6 feet of like hitting the water's edge. You're like running in and you see the color of the water goes from like a very like an azure blue to like an almost pure black. You just keep running.
No, I'm not gonna like charge into the literal deep end, but I'll stop right before the edge and just try to get Farley's attention so that I can just spend some time with her in the water.
How do you try and get her attention when she's somewhere under the water? What are you doing?
I will make a bright light. I'll make a great bonfire just on the surface for a moment.
Okay.
Or if that doesn't work, then I'll just start doing Ray of Frost and just make some frost patches. And I don't
We
know.
have cardinals,
You do
right?
have telepathy.
Oh yeah, we have telepathy. I forgot about that.
For 8
Now, if
hours from when I cast it.
If I whisper something to someone, I'm assuming it doesn't go out over our mind connection, right?
Right.
All right, I'm gonna lean into Cardinal. And I'm gonna whisper to her very, very quietly. I'll just say, the funny thing is, us dark elves provoked the war between the dwarves and the wood elves. They don't even know it.
Did they really?
Am I close enough to hear this?
I'm trying to be as discreet as possible.
Is that an actual fact?
Yeah.
Mm.
I need to make a
I
perception check.
actually haven't read up on the War of the Beard, so I'm not sure.
Well, after
was
we got a wood elf, I started to read up on it more.
I did a very precursory read. I just know that the dwarves didn't win.
And I know that I'm pretty sure like the name of the war came from the fact that after one battle, the elves disgraced the captured dwarves by shaving them. Yeah.
We've got some rope made from dwarven beards back home.
Yeah, no, it was a world-spanning war where one of the Phoenix Kings was actually slain by the dwarves during this. So I wouldn't say the elves exactly won either.
Yeah, I'd say the dwarves won that one, but the experts would know
Well,
better than me.
You assume that I care about the Phoenix King.
Yeah, true.
And also
Yeah,
from
but
Tobias's point of view, a Phoenix King dying is like a
good thing.
Tuesday. Yeah, it's Malekith has been reigning for thousands of years, and they're on like their what, 4th or 5th Phoenix King. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone else doing anything at the Oasis?
I
I mean,
want
I'm
to
gonna wash, but
climb a tree and keep watch.
I'm gonna bust out the tents, and I'll say to the group, sorry about that. I had 2 of those knights bearing down on me, and it seemed like the best thing to do. It worked before.
That's why we
Worked
bought
again.
this. I'm gonna go for a swim.
honestly,
I'll be able to
it was
get-
a really cool use of an item.
It's a good
Yeah, I'll
tactic.
be able to use it again tomorrow, but for today, it saved me from being skewered.
We wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't want that.
Okay, so Cardinal's going for a swim as well. Are you running in all willy-nilly like the dwarf? Or are you taking your time?
Yeah. I have a 20 wisdom, good sir.
I
I'm
have
just having a
intelligence,
bath.
not wisdom.
I'm not like going for a swim. I can't
Hey,
take my
it's been a
armor
while
off
since I've
either,
had
so I
water.
like shove water
Welcome
down.
everyone to our D&D beach episode.
Pretty much.
Oh, pretty much like we got.
One.
I really don't have anything else for right now, so we're really just killing time. You guys can
Yeah.
roleplay, do whatever you want.
All right.
Well, and I have
There's no
to-
point.
I have
There's
to
no point in
leave
committing to what I have
too.
planned next. So
You don't have a cliffhanger? Come on.
We have a
No.
cliffhanger. It's called
I
the
thought
what?
that fight with the knights was going to take you guys longer to stop fighting. So
You're welcome.
yeah,
I
We don't
mean,
always
I
murder
killed the
hobo.
dude.
Tobias doesn't really bathe or jump in, but he does wash off the sand from all of his gear and wash his clothes and stuff like that.
You don't bathe? Judgment.
Well, I mean, I'm not running in and like splashing around like everyone else. I'm just saying I'm cleaning my gear.
You know what? It's been a fairly decent evening. I'm gonna set up some dragon chests and just say, anybody fancy a round?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Two
after
dragon
playing,
chests.
after playing with Furley in the water for a little while, I'll go over and play Dragon Chess. How does
okay.
Dragon
Who's playing
Chess
first?
What?
Who was playing first? Because a bunch of you said sure.
I think I said sure first.
Okay.
Okay.
Othira.
I don't know what to do.
Now, quick! Everyone, open up chess.com and actually play a game of chess. All right.
It's a wisdom.
I mean, my ability is wisdom.
Discern whether someone is cheating or win the game.
I think it
Okay.
could be argued wisdom or intelligence.
Can I
well,
do?
roll a.
Can I do intimidation to try and like throw off her game?
Sure.
Be like, listen here, you, and then just be like, gah.
Yeah. Roll intimidation. Cardinal, roll an insight.
Fuck me, really? Fuck me sideways, man. Wow.
I'd watch those words if you're in another campaign.
Wimble be
Cardinal,
like, I know
you're
that
just
one.
viewing this as like it's all bluster, and you're fairly certain that Othira is doing this because she doesn't actually know how. Like the strategy that she's used to is battlefield strategy, which in a way can apply to playing Dragon Chess, but it's not quite working out as well as she would like. Othira, roll a wisdom for how well you played the game, but do it privately.
Straight wisdom.
Straight wisdom.
Private GM roll. I am fantastic, guys. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Was it
Wait,
in that
mine
one?
didn't add my proper bonuses. That's weird. I mean, the roll was not great.
What? It wasn't a 13?
Why
No,
did it
the
only give you +2? It should be +5.
yeah, it should be +5.
Oh, okay.
That's weird.
I'm gonna check.
Okay. So you guys get your opening moves out, and Cardinal, you're making moves, and like the moment you make something, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done it. That was the dumbest move I've ever. Why would I do that? I know what I'm doing. Like you just feel rusty in how you're playing this game, and then somehow it's working, and it's clear that Othira isn't getting the idea that you're like trying to lean in towards. You set up like some of the most obvious traps, and she blunders right into them, and you're just picking pieces off one by one. And within about 8 or 9 turns, game's over, and Othira loses to a checkmate because she rolled a 7 and Cardinal rolled an 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alright.
While this is going on, I want to try to sneak up behind Caligar.
Okay, roll private stealth. This elf is going to get himself killed.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't got to use much of this what this character does, so I'm just trying it out.
Is it every ability or just what you're proficient in?
Everything I'm proficient in or have expertise in. Just wait until I pick up another skilled.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, so he has a minimum of like 18 on damn near everything, right?
Like, minimum? Yeah, something around there for most things.
Okay, yeah, so what is it you're trying to do?
I'm just trying to sneak right up behind him unnoticed. And then I'm going to whisper in his ear just to prove that if I wanted to, I can get there anytime.
Calgar, are you actively looking for the elf because you don't trust him, or are you just kind of like letting things go?
I don't really know if there is a like letting things go with an elf in the party. This is not Lord of the Rings. There will not be a 3 movie where by the end of it, like everybody's like great and happy, and you're my best bud now. It's not what I'm envisioning. But I think I'd be trying to focus on playing with Forley and enjoying my time with her and letting the rest of the chaos behind me do its thing for a little while.
Okay. So, going off of your passive perception, yeah,
Yeah, my passive
Alder,
is shit.
Alder, you like he is completely oblivious.
I just whisper, in Dwarvish, just out of nowhere behind you, not in your head. You just hear, anytime. If I wanted to, anytime. And then dip out.
Calgary, you like turn to look
And this has been going
there's
on for
nothing there.
months. Like, forever. Like, this
I
has been going on
really-
the entire time you guys have been traveling together. Fuck, man.
This was because
I
he hit
really
me
wanna
with
light
his
a fire
hammer.
under him every time.
This is because he hit me with his hammer.
You insulted me!
I joke around with you a lot, but when you hit me, I just have to let you know without actually hurting you. I could.
After having a really shitty past couple of days, and then getting an insult on top of that, and then getting a worse insult after that, you were not doing good things at the time.
Well, who's going to play the winner? Someone else said they wanted to
Tobias.
play chess.
Tobias will play next. And it'll just set out a pair of cups with the fine port he opened. One for
Alright, let's go.
Cardinal and one for me.
I'm gonna come watch, but I'm not gonna join in.
Okay. Both of you roll private wisdom.
Check, right?
Yeah, check.
Can I guidance myself?
No. I'm gonna see you try and guidance yourself across the table. And the sword just starts to get drawn as that happens.
So now, Cardinal, like you've gotten that feel for it. You're fairly confident. You're kind of shaking off the rust, and you're bringing out these patterns and forms that you've done for ages. Like it's half the game is more you are doing what you want to do, less reacting to how Tobias is playing, and there's a lot of like jockeying for position. Sometimes you're moving forward and then getting pushed back, and it's kind of back and forth. A couple pieces getting picked off here and there, and right as you get yourself set up to have that like surge forward, like everything's looking perfect, you got it all lined up. Tobias looks up at you and he gets this like mischievous grin in his face and just takes one piece, goes straight across the board in a clear line, and then he just stares at you, and you look down and you're like, "Son of a bitch! Where the fuck did that checkmate come from?"
Damn.
But it was
Good
close. It was 15 over 14.
Oh,
Yes.
bastard.
Got proficiency in chess.
I do too.
Anybody want to play dice? I got dice.
Ooh, sure.
How do we play dice?
How do you want to play dice?
I don't know. It's infernal dice.
With
We should-
intelligence.
We should
So I
play
can-
Liar's Dice.
What's that?
You ever watch Pirates of the Caribbean?
No.
Ooh, yes, let's do that. Okay.
You roll d6s and you put them under a cup, kind of like Yahtzee. You do 5 d6s, and then one person says, like, I have 1-1. And then you have to either have more ones or escalate the number. So you'd be like, I have 3 2s. And then Tobias would be like, I have 4 6s. And whenever somebody wants, they can call you're a liar. And that person has to show their dice. And if they're lying, they lose money.
Huh.
Or
So we
Let's
roll
do
how
some
many
people do.
D6s?
Some people bet their souls. It all depends.
So here's the
let's
question.
put gold up for this for you guys.
What are you betting?
Me?
Yeah.
Just betting gold.
I would love your
I
soul
have 6
instead.
gold.
Pass.
Hard pass.
You can't blame a girl for trying.
I got 6
I'll
gold.
put 10 up.
10.
I'm gonna
10 gold.
lean into Cardinal. Can you spot me 10 gold? I've only got big bills.
Really?
Really.
I give him 6. I take the 10 for myself.
I don't have enough. I'll give you back your 6. Guess I'll sit this out.
Do you
I
need
love how
do
you only ask
have
one
to get
person.
10?
I don't want
Do
to
you
ask.
have to get 10?
I don't want to owe the Dark Elf. And I definitely don't want to owe the Dwarf. If it's the
Fine, I'll
Cleric,
give
I
you
just
10.
say 10 Hail Marys or whatever.
So why aren't you asking me?
Because I don't want you to want my soul.
I already want your soul. The wanting is not the problem.
I'll give you 10.
Put up 10 gold.
So let's do it as 5 dice, and it's not. I don't think we quite explained it. Like it's you're betting on how many dice you have, plus what the total is of everybody.
So it's like everybody puts money into the pot, right? And then you keep playing until only one person's left and they take the pot. And what it is
Okay, well, it's
everybody rolls their 5d6. And you are calling out specifically what you have.
but you can lie.
No, it's what you and everybody else has. Like if you say like 3 ones, then
So that's
whenever
bar dice. Liar's dice,
Is it?
you're literally just saying what you have.
okay.
Well,
Because that's
you then use the example of Pirates of the Caribbean, and they were betting on everyone's dice.
Let's make
I've
it
seen that
simple.
movie enough times. We'll do it that way. It's you're betting on your dice plus everyone's.
So you're trying to guess the total rolled for everything.
Yes.
Okay, and we're
Fucking
we're
math.
doing
Okay.
private GM rolls, right?
Yep. 5 dice each. All right. So since dice was Othira's idea, Othira, you're gonna be first.
So then I have to try and guess what the total roll is?
No, you call out a number like 4 ones, or however many ones you think are on the board. And then the next person, they either call you a liar or they escalate it either in the total number of ones or by moving up to 2s. Or they can jump even further, to a higher number, whatever.
That doesn't make much sense to me. Because it would make more sense if I'm calling out what I have.
But it's how many dice you have, and how many dice you think everyone has of that number.
So then I would be like, I have 3 3s or whatever, and I think there are another 6 out there.
It would be like,
Okay, 9.
say you say there are 6 ones, right? Start with that. You're saying between your dice and what everyone else rolled, you think there are 6. And either the next person that goes around, which we'll just go in the order, will be Tobias. He either moves on, increases the number of ones, or moves on to number 2 instead.
Yeah, but then how does that make me a liar? If I'm just
He's
guessing?
by
Because
him.
You're making an
Just
educated.
go with it. Don't worry about what it's
Okay.
called. Just
All right. Well,
yes.
I think there are 4 ones.
I think there are 7 ones.
Who's next?
Next is Cardinal.
Oh, okay. 3 2s.
Alder.
4 2s.
Calicar.
5 3s.
Othira.
Liar.
Yeah, well,
So-
I had
You flip over all of you flip over your cups and you start counting the 3s. Caligar has 3. Alder. No, just we'll do it this way. It's easier. I've got the numbers all pulled up. Alder doesn't have any. Cardinal has 1. And Tobias and Othira don't have any. So for a total
many-
of 4.
4 3s.
And you said 4?
I said 5.
He said
Oh,
5.
you said 5. So I knocked him out.
Yes.
Now we all get to roll again, and we start over. And we keep going until there's one
Yep.
left, and they win the pot.
Fuck yeah. Do it.
Okay.
And then we put another 10 in? Or we...
No,
No,
we,
just go with the.
you play for the
Okay.
pot.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I
Bless
should have
you.
plopped my thing up.
Bless you. Can we put our tokens in order of who's going just because no braining? Like here on the map. So Caligar was first, I was third.
Well, I had been first.
Oh, you're in between, okay.
And then Alder. That's your order. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gotcha.
Okay, Othira. Starting with the ones.
Well- I just called a liar, didn't I? So wouldn't it go to Tobias?
Next round starts again.
Just start with
Oh.
you.
What are the averages? Let's see. I'm gonna go with 4 ones.
3
Tobias?
2s.
Four 5s.
Ooh, 4 5s, you jumping.
5 5s.
2 6s.
Liar.
So you flip over the cups. Othira has 1 6. Tobias has 1 6. Alder does not have any. Cardinal does not have any.
Oh, I miscounted. I miscounted. Shoot, I'm out. I'm out.
Okay,
Fuck
roll
yeah.
again.
I'm good at this shit. Maybe.
Well, then there was.
Huh.
Oh, my anxiety's through the roof now.
I can't believe I'm in the final 3. I'm just happy to be
Right?
So last one was Othira that actually went. So let's do Cardinal starting this time.
Okay. 2 1s.
4 1s.
Hey,
gonna
wait,
call
one
liar.
question. Can anyone call liar at any time?
You have to be in the round.
I mean, I not me, but like anyone at the table right now could call
Yes.
it at any time. Okay.
As long as the next person hasn't gone yet, yeah.
Yeah. What is it you said? 4?
4 ones.
I'm gonna call you a liar.
Flip over your cups. Othira, you have 2. Alder, you have 2. Cardinal does not have any ones.
Fuck!
Othira's
out.
out.
Dun dun
I'm
dun.
in the final 2.
This is all money for you, honey.
Don't
I still
call
owe
me
you
Roll
10.
again.
Don't call me honey.
Dude, my
Okay, I
previous
like
rolls were
this
so
game.
good. My previous rolls were so good. Wow. Do you see that? Did you see that?
Okay, so Othira was the last,
I'm
so
asking as.
actually no, sorry. Yeah, no, I see it.
It's crazy. That's what it is.
So Cardinal, start again.
Okay. 1-1.
3 4s.
2 5s.
He likes jumping.
3 5s.
Liar.
Flip them over. Cardinal, you've got 1 5. Alder does not have any.
Call me the deceiver, bitches.
Nice.
I won. Oh my god.
I actually
I'm
like how
sure-
that worked out. That was actually cool to watch.
Dude, in the previous round I rolled 3 6s, so hail Satan. And
I
then in this one
haven't-
I rolled a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I
It's
haven't
crazy.
rolled any 6s in the last 3 rounds.
I had to stop
Nice.
myself from saying you both rolled 15 on those 5d6.
Really?
Okay, so hands down, new favorite game.
I collect all my money and be like, thank you.
But I really have to go because I have to go check on the horses.
Yeah, no, we were gonna call it there anyway, so that works. That
Yeah,
timed out
yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah.
And my gold's
Oh
already
yeah,
on the table.
no, that is a good point. I need
It's
to.
yours.
You
Take
get
the
your
gold out.
10 gold you fronted me back.
I'll give
I'm-
you an extra 10 so you make a profit.
She makes a
Really?
profit off everybody else.
I do make a profit. I make 30 gold.
Yeah, but that feels wrong. Here, let me.
No.
Well,
give
the
you
whole thing
10.
is,
Oh,
if
thanks
I
for the 10
won,
back.
I was going to give her 10 back that she loaned me.
Exactly. She's just gonna a net
Yeah.
0 from you.
I'm gonna keep looking at Alder and be like, you owe me money.
I gave you back
And
your
I
money.
collect. You owe
You
me
can't-
10 gold of profit.
Oh,
I
I'll
mean,
find a way.
you're welcome to have me give it to her. Then you could owe me.
No, I already gave her 20 gold to cover the net loss from that. So now he owes me 10 gold.
I didn't take your money. I want it from Alder, and I'm gonna juice it out of him.
Okay.
I'll always pay my debts.
Anyways.
So wait, is your last name Nightshade or Lannister?
Okay, can we do the outro, please?
Okay. Well, if you guys enjoyed our chaos as much as we enjoyed playing it, please give us a follow. It helps out greatly. Down below, you'll find links to our Discord, YouTube, Astro's TikTok, and Booty's Twitch. Our Discord is free and open to everybody. We'd love to see you there. Our YouTube, we put up replays for our sessions, usually 2 days after the fact. Astro's TikTok, he does a lot of D&D themed videos and a variety besides. They're all pretty great. Go check them out. Booty streams once or twice a week, and as always, friendly and engaged with the chat. So go watch him. Go give him a follow. He's always great to go chill with. You'll find us again. Well, this Sunday we won't be doing the This Sunday we will not be doing the Empires for the Silk Road campaign. Dan over here will actually be hosting our first For the Lulz, which is a little talk show, and he's going to be interviewing Steve from Quest Accepted. So go check us out for that. And then this Tuesday, we're going to get back into When Land Lights Rise, where I'll be playtesting a Gunner class, and I'll put a link for the Kickstarter. It is in the last 14 hours left of the Kickstarter. So if you're interested, go check it out. It's made by Loot Tavern, the people who just recently did Helianas on D&D Beyond. Thanks. And then next week we'll be back here for A Rise of the Everchosen. I believe that's it. That's everything I have. Back to you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.